There's a story many retirees tell themselves. Maybe you've heard it, or maybe you've lived it. Once I'm retired, I'll finally have the time to see the world. I'll take that month-long European cruise, go backpacking in Southeast Asia, or hop between capital cities with nothing but a suitcase and a sense of adventure. It's an appealing fantasy. After decades of work and responsibility, the idea of escaping to foreign lands feels like a well-earned reward. Travel companies know this, and they market relentlessly to seniors, selling the dream of exotic escapes, guided adventures, and whirlwind tours that promise the time of your life. But here's the hard truth. Not all travel is good travel. And for older adults, some types of trips can actually do more harm than good. In fact, one of the most overlooked risks in retirement is excessive or unsuitable travel. It can quietly drain your energy, strain your body, and, ironically, leave you needing a vacation from your vacation. So let's start with a big idea. By the end of this video, you'll know how to spot dangerous or exhausting travel traps that could harm your health, finances, or peace of mind, and you'll discover safer, smarter ways to explore the world that fit your life now, not the one you had in your 30s. Here's the surprising part. It's not just about physical stamina. Travel can strain your emotional and cognitive health too. Between airport chaos, time zone shifts, unfamiliar foods, and the subtle stress of being away from routine medical care, the risks compound fast. And yet, many seniors push through these trips because of pressure. Pressure from family, from friends, from social media, from their own bucket list. They think, I'm not getting any younger. If not now, when? But that question works both ways. If not now, when will you start traveling in a way that's built for your real needs, not someone else's highlight reel? In this video, we'll break down which types of travel to think twice about and why, how to spot the red flags of a poorly designed, senior-friendly tour, and most importantly, how to travel smarter without sacrificing joy, beauty, or freedom. Because yes, you can still see the world, but only if you travel with wisdom. For many retirees, the first instinct is to go big. That long-awaited Alaskan cruise, a 3-country Euro trip, a temple-hopping tour of Asia, and why not? The kids are grown. Work is over. There's finally time. But here's where the trouble begins. Big trips aren't always better. In fact, many are designed more for marketing than for well-being. Let's take the classic multi-city tour. On paper, it looks like a dream. In 10 days, you'll visit Paris, Rome, and Barcelona, all with expert guides and luxury buses. Sounds incredible, right? Until you realize what it really means. 6 a.m. wake-up calls, packing and repacking every 48 hours, endless bus rides and tight sightseeing schedules, jet lag that hits harder at 70 than it did at 40. What's sold as convenient often ends up exhausting. And worse, it can be dangerous. A study by the American Geriatric Society found that long-distance travel with irregular sleep and diet patterns can increase fall risk, cognitive confusion, and cardiac strain in adults over 65. But you won't hear that in a brochure. Why? Because the travel industry is built to romanticize movement, not stillness. They sell speed, motion, maximizing your itinerary. But here's a radical thought for your golden years. You don't have to see everything. You just have to see what matters without wrecking your body to do it. A slower pace doesn't mean a lesser experience. In fact, many elderly travelers report that shorter trips to one destination gave them more joy, less stress, and richer memories than the bucket list blitzes that left them dazed and sore. The key is shifting your mindset from quantity to quality. Ask yourself, will I have time to rest during this trip? Am I trying to do too much just to say I've done it? Does this trip fit the way I live now, or the way I lived 30 years ago? Your body has earned the right to be heard, so has your peace of mind. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You just need to travel in a way that honors where you are in life and what truly fills you up. We'll talk next about specific types of travel that often look senior-friendly, but aren't. And we'll show you how to spot the signs early so you don't get caught in the trap. Here's a surprising truth. Some of the worst travel experiences for older adults come from trips designed for them. You've seen the ads? Relaxed pace, all-inclusive, tailored for 60-plus travelers. But behind those promises, there's often a different reality. Let's pull back the curtain. Many so-called senior-friendly tours are still jam-packed with activities. They may claim to move slower, but when you look at the itinerary, it's clear. You're on the clock from breakfast to bedtime. You're herded like cattle from bus to attraction, marched through museums with whispery headsets, then rushed to the next stop before you've had a moment to sit down, soak it in, or use the restroom in peace. And when you raise your hand for help, good luck. Some tour guides are compassionate. Others, not so much. Even worse, these tours often feature hotels that aren't truly accessible. Think stairs, slippery showers, or no elevators. Meals served on rigid schedules with little room for dietary preferences or digestive comfort. Social pressure to keep up with the group or risk being seen as the one slowing us down. One woman told a story of being left behind at a cathedral in Spain because she paused to catch her breath. The group moved on. No one noticed she was missing for 45 minutes. She didn't feel safe. She felt small. So here's the principle. If a travel plan doesn't leave room for your humanity, it doesn't deserve your money. You're not a product. You're a person with real needs: mobility, rest, quiet, comfort, dignity. And here's the real kicker. Some of the best trips for seniors aren't branded senior-friendly at all. They're just well-planned with flexible days, fewer transitions, gentle walking options, nearby medical facilities, local support, or contact numbers. You don't need to be coddled, but you do deserve to feel cared for. In the next section, we'll look at 3 types of travel that seniors often choose, and the overlooked dangers they carry. Think cruises, long-haul flights, and remote destinations. You might be surprised by what you learn. Let's take a closer look at 3 travel styles that are incredibly popular with retirees, but come with risks that most people overlook until it's too late. 1. Cruises, not always smooth sailing. Cruises are often marketed as the ideal senior getaway. No luggage hauling, no hotel changes, no meal planning. But beneath the buffet and the balcony views are some hidden stressors. Norovirus and respiratory outbreaks. Contagious illnesses spread quickly in enclosed environments. Seniors, especially those with weakened immune systems, are most at risk. Constant movement, even relaxed cruises involve daily dockings, early wake-up calls for excursions, and long walking tours in unfamiliar terrain. medical limitations. Onboard clinics are often equipped for basic issues, but not serious emergencies. If something goes wrong, evacuation options are limited and expensive. Cruising can be wonderful if you know what you're getting into. Stick to shorter cruises with medical-rated ships and skip itineraries with daily port stops if you need more downtime. 2. Long-haul flights. Your body doesn't bounce back like it used to. A 14-hour flight may sound doable, but your joints, circulation, and energy levels might not agree. The realities of long-haul air travel for seniors include increased risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, fatigue from jet lag that lingers for days, not hours, higher stress navigating security, terminals, and foreign airports, greater impact from dehydration, noise, and changes in cabin pressure. It's not that seniors can't fly long distances, but it's smart to choose flights with stopovers to stretch and rest, pay for aisle seats or bulkhead rows, wear compression socks and move regularly. Drink water like it's your job and always build in recovery days on arrival and return. You're not losing time, you're protecting your trip. 3. Remote adventures, the allure and the cost of off the grid. It's tempting. A cabin in the Andes, a safari in Kenya, a spiritual hike in Nepal. They promise peace, authenticity, even transformation. But these remote destinations often lack reliable medical support, safe roads or transportation, access to medications or dietary accommodations, phone or internet service for emergencies. Plus, the terrain is often uneven, altitude may be an issue, and even small injuries can become major challenges without nearby care. You don't have to avoid adventure, but adventure without contingency is just risk. A better option? Look for destinations that feel remote, but are within reach of hospitals, stable infrastructure, and support services. Think countryside villas in Europe, scenic trains through mountain regions, or domestic eco-lodges with emergency access. Your retirement years aren't the end of your story. They're the start of your freedom. But freedom only lasts when it's protected by wisdom. Up next, how to build your perfect travel plan. We'll go beyond red flags and into practical planning so you can travel smart, safe, and fulfilled. Now that we've talked about what not to do, let's talk about what to do instead. Because the goal here isn't to scare you away from travel, it's to equip you to do it well, to travel in a way that energizes you, not exhausts you. That builds memories, not medical bills. So how do you plan a trip that's tailored to your needs, preferences, and body? Let's break it down. 1. Choose one base, not 5. Instead of bouncing between cities every 2 days, pick one place and make it your home base. This gives you time to adjust to the environment, room to rest between activities, the chance to form a real connection with your surroundings. You can still take day trips, but your luggage stays put. Your hotel becomes a haven, not a pit stop. Think, a week in Kyoto, not a sprint across Japan. 2. Build in white space. Most retirees fill their itineraries like they used to fill their calendars at work. Don't. Leave blank days, or at least blank mornings. Plan for the unexpected. A sore knee, a sleepless night, a museum that's more exhausting than expected. You don't need permission to rest. Rest is part of the experience. 3. Think like a local, not a tourist. Skip the whirlwind of guided tours and overpriced packages. Instead, rent an apartment and shop at a local market. Take a cooking class, visit a public garden, attend a neighborhood church service or concert. These slow, grounded activities offer richness without fatigue. They don't demand stamina. They invite connection. 4. Consider travel insurance. Seriously, many seniors skip it. That's a mistake. Travel insurance isn't just for lost bags. It covers medical emergencies, unexpected cancellations, evacuation if needed. Make sure the policy covers pre-existing conditions and has 24/7 global support. The peace of mind is worth the small price. 5. Involve your doctor. Before you book anything, talk to your doctor, especially if you have heart conditions, diabetes, mobility issues, new medications. Ask what destinations they recommend or which they caution against. A 20-minute conversation could prevent a 2-week crisis abroad. Planning with wisdom doesn't limit your freedom, it expands it. It gives you the chance to fully enjoy your trip rather than just survive it. Coming up next, we'll explore beautiful, senior-friendly destinations and travel styles that combine adventure with safety and give you the experiences you deserve without pushing your body to the brink. By now, you know what to avoid and how to plan. So let's talk about the good stuff, the kinds of travel that actually work with your body, your energy, and your stage of life. Because travel doesn't have to be adrenaline pumping or Instagram worthy to be meaningful. It just has to be right for you. 1. Slow travel. The hidden gem. Slow travel isn't just a trend, it's a lifestyle. It means staying in one region for an extended time, digging deeper instead of wider. Rent an apartment in Florence for a month. Take Spanish lessons in a quiet Mexican town. Live like a local in a lakeside village in Canada. Benefits: reduced stress from constant moving, deeper cultural immersion, lower costs over time, more meaningful connections with locals. This type of travel rewards patience and curiosity, 2 things seniors often have in abundance. 2nd, scenic rail journeys. Forget airports. Trains are comfortable, spacious, and often breathtaking. Some of the best routes for older travelers: the Glacier Express in Switzerland, the Rocky Mountaineer in Canada, Japan's Shinkansen bullet train with reserved seats, the Coast Starlight in the U.S. You get the adventure of movement without the fatigue. No luggage stress, no turbulence, no lines, just views. 3. Wellness retreats and cultural residencies. Who says travel can't be healing? Wellness retreats in places like Bali, Portugal, or Sedona offer gentle yoga, healthy meals, nature walks, time for reflection. Cultural residencies like writing retreats or art holidays allow you to create, not just consume. You leave not only rested, but renewed. 4th, intergenerational travel with boundaries. Traveling with adult children or grandchildren can be beautiful, but it only works with clear boundaries. Make sure you get a say in the itinerary. You have private space to retreat till you're not expected to keep up with youthful pace. Set the terms early. That way, you enjoy togetherness without burnout. 5. Faith-based or purpose-driven trips, pilgrimages, volunteering, ancestry research. These trips aren't just about the scenery, they're about meaning. Visiting a historic church, volunteering at a school abroad, or finding your family roots can be deeply fulfilling. You come home with something deeper than photos. You come home with perspective. Travel in your golden years should reflect who you are now, not who you used to be or who others expect you to be. When you choose travel that respects your rhythm, your values, and your body's voice, you don't lose freedom, you gain it. Next up, we'll close with a final reflection and give you a simple call to action to make your next trip the best one yet. Let's take a moment to breathe. You've worked hard. You've built a life. You've earned the right to enjoy this next chapter, not by pushing your body to its limits or chasing someone else's idea of adventure, but by moving through the world on your own terms. Retirement isn't about proving that you're still young. It's about living well with joy, purpose, and peace of mind. And that includes how you travel. So here's the big idea to take with you. Travel isn't about how far you go. It's about how fully you arrive. Arrive in a place with your heart open, your body respected, your curiosity intact, and you'll experience more than most fast-moving tourists ever do. It's not about ticking boxes. It's about finding moments. Stillness in a garden, laughter with a local, a sunrise you weren't too tired to wake up for. So before your next trip, ask yourself, does this journey serve my soul or just my ego? Will it restore me or deplete me? Am I doing this for likes or for life? Because life, real life, is still unfolding, and some of your best memories haven't happened yet. But they will if you travel with intention, not just ambition. Call to action. Before you book your next getaway, do one thing. Write down 3 things you want to feel on your trip. Not just what you want to see, but how you want to feel. Use that list to shape your choices. Where you go, how long you stay, what you say yes to, and what you gracefully decline. And if you found this guide helpful, subscribe to Golden Years Guide for more smart, life-enhancing advice designed for your best chapter yet. Because this isn't about slowing down. It's about living wisely. And there's nothing more powerful than that.